Positive parental support and healthy relationships versus negative parental support and unhealthy relationships. The Fault in Our Stars by John Green represents the positive parental support in both Gus and Hazel. Hazel and Gus both share a healthy relationship with their parents, and both their parents positively support them. If you pause the video and read the conversations between Gus and his parents and Hazel and her parents, you can see that Gus's dad is teasing Gus, and his mother is trying to make his new friend feel comfortable at their house, which is a representation of how his parents are trying to help him because they have such a good relationship with each other. And if we switch over to Hazel's relationship with her parents, you can see how this conversation is representing how her parents are so supportive and how they motivate her, and how her dad is just so proud of how far she's come. And you can see how this is a lot different from Romeo and Juliet's parents and their conversations, and how their parental support is just very far from each other. And lastly, another example that shows their healthy relationship is how, although Hazel didn't want to go to her support group, her mom knew what was best for her and she made her go. And if they didn't have such a good relationship, Hazel probably wouldn't have gone and she would have rebelled. But since they do, and she knows that her mom wants what's best for her, she went. And then in contrast to the positive and healthy relationships and parental support, we have Romeo and Juliet, which is an example of negative relationship and a negative parental support, which you can see with the conversation between Juliet and her father, which is Capulet, and how because her dad and Juliet just didn't agree with each other, Juliet's father got really mad and basically disowned her. And if they had a better relationship, first of all, she would have never gone out with with Romeo, because she would have known that her parents don't want that, and she would have thought that they know what's best for her, but because they had such a bad relationship and she ended up dating and marrying Romeo, it was a lot harder to accept that she couldn't go out with him because her parents didn't like him. So if it hadn't been the negative parental support during Romeo and Juliet, they would have been safe and sound by the end of the book, and their relationship with their parents would have been a lot healthier and a lot more positive.